We're a mystery to ourselves. I make plans and then I don't follow through on them, but my reasons for not following through are irrational reasons. It's as though sometimes someone else is driving the car of my life. Or it's as though there's a magnet under the table and it's pulling around my behaviours, which are sitting on top of the table. We're a mystery to ourselves. There are things, forces, tendencies, desires, conflicts under the surface which seem to have such an influence on the way I think and feel and relate and behave. Freud, of course, was interested in all that and talked about the unconscious, that of which we're not consciously aware, and the power of the unconscious in our lives. And you wonder, Freud was interested in dreams, you wonder, when you dream, that's your mental contents, that's your mental processes, but where did those things come from? From the depths. Often, what's in the depths generates anxiety. And the reason that it's in the depths is because we've pushed it down. We don't want to have to engage with it. The thing is that the way of the cross is the path to human maturity. And that's painful. So we want to avoid it. Even though if we walked it, we'd come to Christlikeness, first saved by what only He can do, living and dying and rising for us. But then as His disciples following Him, it's only as we do say no to self, trust our personhood entirely to God, stop trying to preserve ourselves. It's only that way that we can come to maturity, but it's painful. And so that call and those things which need to be dealt with, need to be crucified, those things we want to keep at bay or keep under the surface. They'll come out anyway, and if they're going to come out anyway and prevent us from maturity, why not attend to them? Why not be still, rather than keep muddying the water with agitation and pace? Why not be still and notice some of the things that are going on? Sometimes there's a resistance amongst Christians to what they might call digging around in the unconscious, but we do want to be like Christ all the way down, don't we? We want to think with His mind and feel with His heart all the way down. It's not just what's above the surface that matters. It's our attitudes. It's whether we love from the heart. It's whether the forgiveness that's so necessary, the forgiving of others, which is so necessary to spiritual health, runs deep. And so there's something to be said for trying to trace down the weeds that are above the surface and to go down further, down into those depths. We'll never get to the bottom of the mystery that is ourself. But that's all right, because below the bottom of that mystery lies the grace of God. And just going a little bit further is how we'll come to greater Christlikeness. Freud was the one who started talking about the unconscious in quite that way. We know that the heart is deceitful and desperately wicked. Who can know it? That our troubles come up from deep inside rather than really from outside. And so it's as we are still, trace those things, attend those things, bring them into the light of Christ, seek both forgiveness and renewal, from the death and the resurrection of Christ, respectively. That the depths will be plumbed, exposed, cleansed. And as I say, below those depths, around those depths, there's these depths, wanting to know the love of Christ in all its height and length and breadth and depth, though that love, like our depths, surpasses knowledge.